Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 15 of my full platinum walkthrough for Alan Wake Remastered. We are still in nightmare mode, obviously. We are in chapter 3, so this one's quite a long one, as you can see from the video. This is probably going to be the long one, actually, the longest one, should I say. There are 3 collectibles in this one, nightmare manuscript pages. The first one isn't until after the poltergeist introduction on the bridge, so you don't need to worry about anything up until that point. It does get actually a lot easier from now on because flashbangs are introduced after the chase sequence, and they make the game a whole lot easier, to be honest. They did the first time round, but even on nightmare it doesn't break the game. It just gives you so much more freedom to not have to worry about being cornered. That's the worst part. So at the beginning here, you've got this sequence here where you have to wait for this guy, and then you go to the trailer, and then there's the chase bit, the chase sequence. I'm going to join you back when you pick up the flashbangs up from the police car. So quite a ways on from the chase sequence, near the end, to be honest. But when the enemies sort of turn up until that point, it's just follow. You've done this already once, just follow all the way through. There's no enemies or anything. Break down the lights, the gates with the lights and things like that. And I'll see you when you pick the flashbangs up.
Just a week earlier, they were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store.
The Scratchin' Hag comes for you in the dark.
Childish stuff.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked her.
Welcome to.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going. Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
You're gonna get it now.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Make it easy on him.
Don't let him get away. Move it, move it, move it. Let him get away. Stop running! There he goes! Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
He's there now! Over here! Over here! Get out of the way! I'm off! God damn it! Where did he go? Get away! Keep an eye out! Gone! Come on, guys! We need to head him off!
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Okay, so this is where things get a little bit more interesting. There was lots of running around there and not actually doing too much. But now we have flashbangs, and yeah, it just makes the game so much easier. It allows you to run through the game so much easier, which is probably the why it seems easier, I suppose. So yeah, just collect enemies together and then throw flashbangs. That was a bit badly timed on my part, but if you're able to throw a flashbang directly at one of the taken, it will go off instantly there, like that, as opposed to sort of hitting the ground. That is the problem. One problem with the flashbangs is if it hits the ground, there's a good, I don't know, it's about 2 seconds, isn't it, before it goes off. An enemy can hit you in that time, obviously, because it's not like a flare where it pushes them back. So yeah, try and aim it at enemies if possible, of course. Like this bit here is where I'm going to do it. There is a big guy that appears from the left of the, I think there's 4 here, isn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 4. So there's a big guy at the left. If you walk towards him and throw the flashbang, it will hit him and instantly kill everybody else. So yeah, the flashbangs, just use them sparingly. Obviously you need to use them at this point to get through it. But yeah, later on, save them for groups and things like that. If I just use a flare to run through an area there, I didn't manage to get the hit there that time. If I just use a flare to run through an area, probably do the same. When you get to this log and the police car to the left hand side, if you run up here, there's going to be a supply chest with, of course, a flare gun inside, so you're going to need that. And that's kind of it for this bit. You're going to move forward a bit more. You're going to throw flashbangs at a few more groups of enemies. Then there's one of the bigger enemies that's protecting the gate to the radio station. Just shine your light in his face and run past him. And yeah, then you've got the next sequence with the radio station. That sort of cutscene. And then after that, I'll rejoin you when it gets a little bit more exciting.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
It's Lorna Miles.
Why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
I just don't see why the cops bothered with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get.
Right, so we're in the sort of second open area now. There are some flares. Where are they? On the left-hand side. I completely ran past them. There, just on the, by the fence, there's some flares on the left-hand side. Because at this point, you'd run towards here and kick up the generator by using a flare, but I have to use a flashbang and push them all back. Not a problem. There is actually a flare on the left here if you're able to grab that as well. Not too much of a problem. But there we go. Wasted one. It's not really wasted, is it? It saved my life, but yeah. Could have just used a flare. There's one, so grab that. And then we're going to push forward. Luckily, we don't need to go up that big hill this time. There's no need to go up there. Up that way. I remember when we went all the way up to the radio station. No need to do that this time. You will see then that I'm not necessarily throwing flashbangs straight away. I let them sort of group up a bit and then I'll do it. No, no one else? Right, we're done. Okay. So with this house, there's a shotgun inside of here. And it's the ambush. You may have remembered this from the first time. There is an ambush that will happen here. If you don't do the ambush at the house, you'll get ambushed further down the road. So it doesn't matter when you do it, really. It's probably best to do it here in the house because they get sort of stuck on it and aren't able to immediately follow you as quickly. So have some flares ready to just aid your escape. And that's basically what we're going to do. We're just going to run for the door and go down the left-hand path because that's all we need to do. And then just keep checking behind you to see if there's anyone. If there's not, keep running. Just keep going. As well, I say run. It's Alan Wake, for Christ's sake. Stumble forward and then run out of breath and then whatever that is. Yeah, when they do get close, just shine your torch a bit. If there's enough room, run a bit further. You're just trying to make it to this light, really, without using any resource. Of course, if you need to use a flashbang or a flare, go for it. But if you're able to get through without using anything, then that's better, right? So you can try it either way. Right, next bit coming up here, I'm going to run up to the left-hand side and get another supply chest. You do get ambushed on the way out. Remember, unlike I do, that when you pick up a flare gun, it changes that to your active weapon. I did not, and spent maybe 10 or 20 seconds breaking down their shields and then fired a flare at them and killed them all when I thought I had my pistol active. Yeah, and then there's the poltergeist bit on the bridge, and then just as we leave there, so on the bridge with the poltergeist bit, do the right hand side that I go on as opposed to the left. It seems safer for some reason. I suppose there's more protection to start with, and then I'll join you at the end of that for the first manuscript just to make sure that you definitely get it.
But she had called me. I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there. That was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Right, with all the poltergeists taken care of, most of them took care of themselves, like that one there. Just need to push up this hill, and then to the right hand side we're going to get the first of 3 manuscripts for Nightmare. That one's going to go away as well. There we go, lovely. So yeah, instead of going left, which is the way you're supposed to go up to the right and look for the tree trunk. It's really hard to spot this one because it's not obvious at all. There we go. Wake and Night Springs. All we have left of this first chapter of episode 3 is the boss fight with the bulldozer. Really, we go through the gates and that's about it. And then we have that sequence, chapter 2, or the final chapter of episode 3. We have that 30-minute window for a trophy. If you remember, I don't know whether you got it the first time. Obviously, I don't know whether you got it first time around or not. If you didn't, you could actually do it quite easily in Nightmare mode. I'm pretty certain. What time are we on? Yeah, so right now would be 30 minutes till the end of the video, and I easily make it. So yeah, you might be able to do that trophy on Nightmare mode if you missed it the first time around. If not, you can just do it on easy later on. So yeah, this brief ambush here, which is simple enough with the gas tanks everywhere, the cylinders, and then you're going to push through. There's going to be the 2 guys inside, and then I'll join you when we drop down for the bulldozer. So, the bulldozer fight. This is fairly easy. I don't know what I landed on then to hurt me. What you could actually do here, in theory, is actually run for the gate if you wanted to. If you're able to avoid the bulldozer initially, you might be able to make it to the gate and open the gate up and just completely avoid this. I tried to use the flare gun. The second one misses there, unfortunately. Otherwise, I probably would have killed it with 2. But unfortunately, it misses and goes around the corner. So I can't reach it because there's 3 guys coming towards me. I need to manage those. So I'm just trying to break it down. When it's facing me, hit it with another one. Yeah, this could have gone smoother if that second flare had hit. But unfortunately, it didn't. But yeah, priority is the bulldozer. And then just pop flares to keep these guys away until you've got rid of it. But yeah, you may actually be able to run for the gate. If you fire a flare at it with the flare gun, it does kind of back away from you, and almost scared. At that point, you should be able to pop a flare to get the guys away from you and just run for the gate. It does open quite quickly, so there is a chance you may do it. There's also a chance you may die. It's worth a try if you want to try and go for it. And yeah, that's the end of this chapter. So at the start, there's going to be that big long drive during the day to the museum, the kind of mine museum, whatever it is, where you're supposed to meet that guy. I'll join you back then after the cutscene happens and it's night time again. But apart from that, you just drive. You don't have to get out the car. Just go all the way to the mine museum.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw. Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real. But it matched a textbook case of insanity. I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
So we've got 25 minutes until the end of the episode. So yeah, there is definitely a chance you could get that trophy if you tried to here. Basically from now until the end you need to get through the this episode in 30 minutes. If you didn't get it the first time around, of course. You should be able to do it if you need to. So the first part here, there's a few guys and then there's the few poltergeist things that appear. Nothing too dodgy here really, nothing too dangerous. Just shoot the canisters, that'll help you initially. The one on the top there is annoying. It won't come down. Hitting me from a distance. Yeah, the two poltergeist things that break through. You can avoid the second one. The trailer's a bit annoying here. It didn't land properly for me. I was going to try and run past it, which I could easily have done had it landed properly, but it doesn't, and it kind of blocks my way. So I have to kill it. As much as you kill a poltergeist item. And then yeah, just run through the train yard, drop down, yeah, this thing here, drop down into the train cart. There's another two poltergeist items there, and then I'll join you back when the open area is there with the car, so I'll join you then. Right, this bit is extremely simple. Just get in the car, the Land Rover, drive to the other side. It's the same way we did it in the first playthrough. But yeah, I just sort of slam it into the wall here, just try and trap this guy and kill this guy here. And yeah, when you get out of the car, it does a weird, and you try and run at the same time. It pushes you off away from the stairs. So get out of the car and then run, as opposed to trying to do it at the same time. Yeah, pop a flare on either end of the car situation here to clear the way. You can wait at the other end a little bit to get the big guy especially, to walk towards you a bit. But if the poltergeist things start ganging up on you, you just have to go for it and pop a flare to clear the way. And then once inside the kind of mine museum again, Yeah, there's just the two sort of sections. The first bit, the first enemy encounter, use the flare gun. The second enemy encounter, use a flashbang. It's very straightforward. And yeah, I'll join you when there's a little more danger. But yeah, it's simple as that for that section. You completely avoid it and not take any damage there.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Right, so we're back out in the open again now. All the mill stuff's taken care of for now. Flashbang City, really. Wait for them to come a bit closer and crowd together. Get these three. That should be simple enough. And then there's two big guys here, which can be a bit of a pain. I hit them both with two flashbangs here. I'm pretty sure they hit them. Slow down that guy a bit so the others come to it. Maybe that one, no, that doesn't hit very well at all, does it, that one? In hindsight, that one should have, though. He got one of them, I suppose, but he just kind of pushed all the way through. So when this guy's dead, run up the hill and go to the left-hand side and go into the mine. If you need to, if you're not bothered about it, I would definitely advise it. It's extra flare gun ammo. Yeah, go up into the mine, grab the flare gun ammo. You will get ambushed on the way out. It's just a few of the easier ones. You can hit them with a flare if you want, just to get rid of them. And yeah, I'll join you back up when we've crossed the bridge onto the more trickier bit that you can completely skip, actually. So we'll be doing that.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
So I've got the pump shotgun now. I don't think I use it at all. You may remember this bit. There's quite a few guys here. If you stick to the right-hand side this time as opposed to the left, they will start to appear, but just pop a flare. Unlucky he got me there. And just keep going, keeping the cavern to your right, the sort of big gap to your right, and just keep going round and run for the lights, and then all those guys are going to appear behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, quite a few. and then we're just going to ignore them. If you hear them get close, it sounds like he's getting close to me there. If you hear them get close, just pop a flare and keep on walking. Yeah, it does. This game is really simple, really. You can just skip quite a lot of the game. And it feels like it wants you to do that, though, because it doesn't try and hold you back. One of the crazed fishermen. Yeah, you want to keep him away. He'll kill you very quickly. So run forward. These two pop another flare, and then if you run into this building, you can just quickly turn the light on. You'll get the checkpoint. Double checkpoint, one after another there. And you'll be in the abandoned village. So this is where the last two nightmare manuscripts are. They're very close together, the final two. There's number one. So at the top, go left. And then at the end of the train tracks, there's one. And then the second one is just over the bridge. And before that, I'm going to get a car to the face that nearly kills me. Yeah, I've got full health. This thing, yeah. I probably should have popped a flare and just held it, but yeah. How much damage do we take here? It's a lot. Like, look at that. That's the whole health bar. Christ. I suppose you would. If you got a car to the face, you would die. Yeah, ignore that one. We picked that one up already. Or obviously, if you want to pick it up, you still can. Yeah, get over the bridge. And then stick to the left-hand side. We went to the right-hand side the first time we came here. Stick to the left. You can just see the manuscript there. That's manuscript number 7. So we're almost halfway there. Most of them actually in 5 and 6, to be honest. There's just one in 4. And then the others are all in 5 and 6 episode, that is. Yeah, it's got some poltergeist items coming up. We've got a couple of fridges in the train. You can just ignore them. Use this pole to the left to block their initial kind of attack. Get across the bridge. The train will come to life, the poltergeist train. It actually isn't worth using. You can do the initial one, use the flare gun, but don't go using all your flare gun. It's probably not worth it, unless you get really stuck in the corner. But yeah, I use it once and realise it does pretty much nothing. So just keep using the torch, popping batteries in and until it's dead. Just don't move forward so both of them don't get you at this point. And then, yeah, so the flare, what it doesn't do... Yeah, maybe half of it, but still. The first time we did that, it completely wiped it out. And now I've got a train to the face. Not doing so well here. Oh, that was close. Yeah, so we can do the other one from a distance, thankfully. And yeah, once we've done that, grab the keys and get through the building. And I'll join you shortly when it's more interesting.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators.
So, apparently, the hardest thing to do in this game is pick up a rifle. That was not letting me do that. Yeah, at the top here, I've just jumped in here to remind you to come and get this. Obviously, you're going to be doing it if you're watching along, but if you're not, if you're listening, then yeah, go and grab these flare guns, ammo, and then you can pretty much ignore the birds here. Just, if you hear them do the loud squawk, just turn around and hit them with the flashlight. You don't need to use the flare gun or anything, and then drop into the mine on the other end. You're going to see me take some damage from nothing again because That happens quite often in this game. Yeah, drop through the mine. The mine's pretty straightforward. Just run dead ahead this time. You don't need to go down to the left and grab that manuscript. There's no more collectibles in this episode, so you don't need to worry about any of that. Yeah, this point here, drop down. Take random damage from nowhere, and it throws me up in there. I thought I was going over the edge then. Yeah, the mine's quite straightforward. Just the same as the fight in the mine. Just hit the big guy that comes straight ahead of you. Just hit him with a flare gun, and then run through and do the whole lift bit. And then after that, you're going to be on. You could be back outside again. The cable car is going to be there. You're going to use that, and then the birds are going to appear. You may want to use a flare gun against the birds. They're not too bad, but apart from that, it's very straightforward from here, really. And yeah, I'll join you kind of for the final stretch. There isn't much more to say about this one, really. It's quite straightforward.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that. Another cable car. Just great.
Okay, it's been a while, hasn't it? How are we doing? This is the final encounter. It's not too bad. Actually, it's very easy because you can you should have a load of flashbangs and things left, flare guns and stuff like that. So just have your flare gun and your flashbang. If you drop down, you want to try and pop a flashbang as quickly as possible. They are going to be all around you and they hit extremely hard. So yeah, I'm trying to press it here. It was not throwing it straight away. So hit them with a couple, and then don't even worry about it. Just hit them all with a flare gun, because we are done. 2 will come down the stairs here, so I'm waiting for them. There we go. Just 1 will do. Kill both of them, and that's it. Just drop down the others. I think there's a guy in the corner here. Yeah, there is a guy. I thought there was. Yeah, I don't know why he was not trying to attack me, or where he came from, to be honest. But yeah, the music was still going as I was running down here, so I couldn't figure out where the other guy was. Yeah, just keep running towards the end of the episode, and that's it for this one. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Wait! Are you? Wait!
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. We don't have his wife.